Simon, and this is going to be game 3 of AcesHi versus DPA in the Open Tournament. I'm joined by Nexus,
Good morning, everyone.
Helveticano,
Hey.
and War.
Hola.
So in case you missed it, it was quite fast. AcesHi did in fact win game 2 in a 6-minute total game, and DPA has won game 1, which went for 50 minutes, so we are at this point 1-1, so we have 2 more games to go no matter what. We had some mistaken openings that kind of ended up working out, I guess, in AcesHi's favor. What do you guys think of that last game?
Well, did you really think it was a mistake, or was it just...
The Seeker?
No, I feel like Seeker was not a mistake. Or maybe perhaps the Seeker was a mistake. Yes.
I think Seeker was...
Either way, it served as a good distraction.
It could have been a distraction, yes. To keep him from thinking of any warp tricks from happening, because it was a mistake. They made a mistake. That could have been a great strategy if that was the purpose of that pause.
Yeah, but I mean, there were other... The bigger mistake was more not killing Abra on the Seeker splash. Right? I mean, that was definitely a kill. And he still took the Seeker when he backed off.
Yeah, it seemed like DPA was a little complacent after their first victory in the first game. Maybe a little too confident, thinking that, oh, Aces is not going to do anything. They're just going to roll over.
And I mean, the beauty of this out of five games is that, you know, there's room for cheese tricks. Both sides can pull off a risky move and an all-in move, and take out the other team in a matter of minutes.
Strange things in chat. I guess there was confusion on whether Sky Gear was the final map selection.
Yeah. I don't even know what that map is, by the way. I don't have it memorized.
Do you know, Porny?
Say that again.
Which map is Sky Gear?
Sky Gear. All I know is that it's not gonna be the Port Zion, the one, the 3 lanes.
Mm-hmm. And if it's
Either
not
gonna
Port
be
Zion,
the one,
then doesn't
right?
make a
Definitely
difference.
not. It's either gonna be the one with the clouds, or the rocks in the middle. The scattered rocks.
Skygear is the one with the clouds.
With the clouds.
All clouds. So there's a mid space, and then there's a small cloud between. So there's a small cloud in front of each base.
Oh, that's right. So then we can narrow it down to the one with the a cloud in the middle.
No, it's not that. It's not that one. It's the one with the small clouds in front of each base.
Clearly, none of us have put too much effort into
memorizing the maps.
They just call it the map with 2 clouds.
No, that would be easier.
I think for a lot of people, there's Port Zion and everything else. I know for me, that's really like the main difference. Either you have the 3 lanes, or it's mostly open. Like some rocks don't make too much of a difference. Although clouds can make a difference for your opening, but not necessarily for your composition. Why are people using messages?
Oh, Helveticano providing a guide to the maps.
Oh, we have a reference.
Yes, we do.
Oh wait, we have a ready from AcesHi. So we have now the countdown, and this will be the beginning of Game 3 between AcesHi and DPA. It's been a long road to get here. And we are still seeing some wild matches now that we're here. So we have Minsoki going whole 1-1. Red Dog going, looks like shield recharge. Crackshot 4-3. Dead Knight range missile. Abra 3 armor hull. And Delta 9 going a Leviathan with mutation. War, what do we have from the top teams? Or is War AFK?
I'm here. So I thought this was porn. So from the top tip, we have Nox with the carrier, standard open. Laptop Panda with the BC going range. Lucky Devil with 431 open. Alpha again BC with the range open. Ghost EMP on the Raven. And Sing Destroyer with charges again. This should be an interesting game.
Well, charges prevail against Hull. You pretty much have to land all of them to make it worthwhile. And if Sing does not connect... Oh, nope. Minsoki took it.
Sing is coming in with charges from behind. Abra again.
Well, he has Hull this time on 3 armor,
Yeah.
so it will be much harder to kill him.
Yeah.
It's also just worth pointing out that AcesHi is running 4 tanks this game.
Yes.
Not 2, not 3. That's 4 tanks.
4, yeah. 2 Destros, the Colo, and the Levy can become quite a beast for sure.
The Leviathan versus Carrier can be quite difficult.
Yes, Nox will have to change his lane eventually because those tentacles will just eat those up.
This is actually one of the best times to... Oh,
Let me just point out that I really like what AcesHi opened with here on this map with the 4 tanks. For the 4 tanks, you can easily control the cloud here, but DPA also took advantage of this map by sending their Daisies and using the cloud as a way to hide them from Aces and attack them from behind.
Yeah. So a couple of things here that I see, with the 2 BCs, the Deadpool squad, it's going to be harassing those destroyers all game long with lockdown. They're going to hate that. And then Nox will have a hard time with the Levy. So each team has some pros and cons. It's going to be interesting to see how they play each other.
Yeah, it's definitely well matched. I think if Nox can get his interceptors up successfully
Yes.
against Delta 9, he'd be able to take away the Arbiter very easily.
Yeah.
AcesHi doesn't have very many counters.
Right.
I mean, the Lance and the Pods,
Lance-
if they
Lance,
use them effectively,
yeah.
they could counter, but it's too tanky, and I don't think they would have to focus that specifically. Let's see if they do that.
Let me also say now that the dust settled, AcesHi can finally take control of this map. They saw the charges, they saw the cheese move, and now they can just focus on farming, and I believe they're going to go early siege, and they're not going to let that carrier anymore farm.
Yeah, if I was DPA here, I would go DPS and nukes and lockdown. Maybe nukes extra early just to try to catch Aces off guard and prevent that siege from being set up.
this is the composition that AcesHi lost to in the first game, the double BC Carrier. But their composition, Ace's composition, is completely opposite, right? In the first game, they ran double Overlord. Here they have 4 tanks, so maybe they were thinking DPA might go back to that composition they opened with, and were trying to find a way to punish them for it. That's really where I think the Leviathan comes in, yeah?
Yeah, we see AcesHi here warping out to the top lane onto Delta 9, the Leviathan. The Dread warped in first, and here comes the Colossus. Looks like the BC and the other Dread are still waiting to see exactly what happens in the middle here. Okay, the BC's warping.
Nice move by Nox going to the bottom, taking all that farm. Look at that. Beautiful.
The Arbiter is
Beautiful.
warping, and the last Dreadnought is warping in.
Nox is taking advantage of that exchange to farm the lower lane. He's gonna get all that farm, guys.
Yep. Crackshot does not have Hardened Shield yet, so trying to push into these Tempests can be quite a lot of damage. Yeah, Aces took a lot of damage here. It's going to be hard to hold a push
Yeah,
or to get a
he
contain.
warped in, and he was full health, and he's already down to half hull.
Yeah, they really hit the siege creep in a bad position at a bad time.
Now Delta, I believe, is going to the bottom now to counter those ints. Oh, ints are on the arb. Watch out, guys.
They're still a little weak, only at 9. They
Yeah,
definitely
not-
won't be able
not
to
Yeah,
enough.
but
close
there's
that.
no lasers anywhere. I mean,
Yeah.
Delta 9 is the only one able to hurt these Ints, even at level 9.
Yes.
I would expect that the Dead Knight and Crackshot would have gotten some defense against the Ints. It just seems like Aces feels very confident in their ability to push around with the tanks. Hasn't really done anything about the Ints early yet, which could be a mistake.
I mean, it's like he's trying to threaten and push out, but he's taking a lot of interceptor damage in the meantime. Basically, he's out of shields, and now he can't really use his bots.
Yeah, what's frustrating about that is that the ints won't actually hurt him that much given the hull and the armor, but you can't farm because your lasers are active with the ints, so basically it neglects all farm. And it's frustrating. Delta 9 moving to the bottom as expected to counter the carrier.
He's basically just the carrier stalker this game until
Exactly. He is on tentacle duty.
well, there's no scan from Dead Knight, but I'm not sure that DPA is likely to set up a warp trick here.
So Alpha just picked up Scan and Laptop Panda Lockdown, the BCs. So that's a good upgrade.
Lucky does now have Hardened Shield. We have Protective Field, so we have the tanks being tanky. And control, fluxing their ability to control the map. It's also the case that Red Dog going shield transfer really can't afford Force Field for a while,
Right.
at least not very consistently. But AcesHi is holding a solid advantage in score at least.
I think, as you would expect, right, from having all these tanks, you would expect in the early game that they would have some advantage. So, yep.
Yep, Warp is coming in on Abra.
The 2 BCs
Uh-oh,
counter tanks very effectively.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Good warp here though.
Target is... Who is the target? Can they actually get Singularity? Seems like Abra is taking too much damage.
Yeah, there really wasn't a target there. They didn't all warp in effectively.
Whoa, that was a pretty wild turn from Abra. But with 4 tanks, there's always someone to cover you at least a little bit.
Red Dog is down below 1,000 health. He's at below 500 now. He took a lot of damage from the Ints.
Wow, look at that.
The Ints only at 15, really making an impact on the early game here.
Oh,
Yeah.
Dead Knight also taking a lot of damage. Not no kill there, but Tempest.
I don't Alpha, maybe Alpha.
1,500.
Yeah.
Alpha
Alpha
goes
definitely
down.
overextended there into that cloud.
And
Ints are on Dead Knight.
Dead
500
Knight maybe? Yeah, that's a counter.
battle cruiser for battle cruiser.
Good
BC
trade.
for BC. Oh, for
Lucky
sure.
Devil 6,000. So
And Aces retreats. Aces retreats and leaves DPA in the forward cloud, in Ace's own cloud. So DPA kind of won that exchange. They won the map position off the exchange, even though there was a ship trade.
And I mean, Red Dog has Observer already, yes, but DPA has to now know that there's never going to be a scan, there's no Raven, so there's very minimal awareness of the sides, and so warp tricks will be much easier if they do want to set one up.
Oh yeah, and that takes away a potential anti-int
Yes.
counter to the ints there. I mean, now we have Delta and Crack left, and Crack has Lance, so he's prepared to counter the ints. And Delta is 10 tent, but not Acid Spray yet, which would be an effective counter.
Yeah, Crack is going all energy and Lance, by the way, so he definitely will be lancing some stuff. No Hardened Shield, no other ops.
Yeah, he really just wants to control the interceptors.
Yep, not even lasers. He's gonna farm with the Lance.
And when the ints get up above 20, they'll take 2 lances to kill. I think 20 is around the mark, between 20 and 25.
Yes, the only counter to that is getting a lot of energy. Although the Lance doesn't scale up that much with energy, but it can be done with a lot of energy.
So for DPA, they are still not regaining the score, and it's really Lucky Devil and Laptop Panda who are really low still at this point.
And that trade actually could have come out better for AcesHi because the 2 BCs was really giving their tanks a problem. All the missiles was slowing them down and doing a lot of damage. Now with only 1 BC left, they're a little more free to
Frenzy
push
on
the
Lucky
top
Devil.
around.
With both Dreads on Lucky Devil, this could
The BC
be
might be in trouble.
actually, yeah, Laptop looks to be the main target. 2,500.
I think he's dead. Ooh, last minute save.
All this rundown, Ghost has to work hard and be careful with how he allocates his shields. If AcesHi needs to hold this lead and expand it as they're doing, and if they can keep getting up, at some point the Colossus really will just have enough energy that Nox will have a hard time threatening anyone consistently. And everyone else on his team is underfarmed. Getting a good push out now, though.
Game
And we have a pause from Abra. I'm not sure what reason we have for a pause here. So what do you guys think? Is this looking to favor one team or the other at this point?
I think it's too soon to tell from my perspective. The game changers could be the Leviathan and the Carrier as expected as both late game ships. The farm difference has consistently remained 300, 400, right? So they're not widening the gap, I would say. So I think it's too early to tell. I would say that right now it is slightly favoring AcesHi. with let alone the farm, but with the composition.
I would have to agree with Bar. I think the Leviathan would have to make all the plays in the mid game, but the only thing stopping it really is the carrier, the vortex. But I think if they can get that vortex out of the way, perhaps deny the carrier, then he can run that frenzy on either DPA support or BC or any weak ships, any potential kill ships.
And that's certainly what we saw in the AcesHi versus Red Alert game, where Delta at some point just kind of took off and could not be stopped. We're already seeing that where he was threatening Laptop Panda on that last push, even though it seemed like the target was Lucky Devil.
And like I said, the only risk of going frenzy is the vortex. They just have to make sure the carrier is somewhat far away, or they would have to deny it or stasis it.
Well, they're also probably remembering game one, where Nox really never got Vortex even 50 minutes into the game. He just really put his faith in winning the Interceptor War, and that was a carrier versus carrier game. And eventually Nox did so, and that's really where the game started to get out of control. But knowing that Nox doesn't tend to get Vortex, doesn't favor it very heavily in these matchups, it does kind of create an opportunity for Delta 9 to just, no one will really be breaking his momentum in a direct or forceful fashion, only through damage.
Yeah, I would say that Vortex would be a very strong kill mechanism where you Vortex the levy, and then you put him out of commission, and then you focus on some other ship, by the way. Well, that Vortex is just taking care of the levy. But let's see. So, yes, it is Minsoki, the one that is missing from TeamSpeak. Oh, AcesHi is moving out of TeamSpeak. I think they're going to the old server.
So Soki's saying he's back. And AcesHi is primarily from North America. DPA is kind of all over the place. So different ISPs do tend to go out at different times. Both teams are ready, so the match should get back underway.
Game continued.
Delta now has everything except Warp and Bioplasmid. Red Dog is still purely feedback. 550 energy on crack shot. 275 energy on aggro. And we do have siege mode on Minseki. Is everyone back? Whoa, Delta 9 just charges in and Ghost. No kill there, but creating a window for Minseki to siege up. And sieging. Laptop cannot afford nuke. Singularity takes corruption. And there's a vortex. Nox is inside his own vortex right now. Ooh, everyone turns on Lucky Devil. 5,000, 4,000, 3,000, 2,000, 300, 200. And he just barely makes it out.
Okay, I'm back, thanks.
You just nearly missed Lucky Devil almost dying.
Oh boy.
And Moxon does now have Vortex.
I saw that.
Oh, Singularity. Oh, Singularity does not have Siege. Laptop cannot afford Lockdown. Ghost cannot afford Blackout, so if
Wow.
Minseki sieges again, I'm curious how they will be able to respond. I believe it would have to be Vortex to break him out.
Minseki warped out. Who can he warp on? Okay, they're giving Lucky Devil the top lane to get some farm, to be a stronger tank. I think that's a wise move.
Siege just come out. Minseki is trying to protect it, but he can't really do very much against Nox's Ents. Minseki is threatening the warp in.
Yep.
Looks like they will be warping in on him.
And lockdown on him as well. EMP.
Synchros once again beating up.
Sync coming in for the help. Ints will be again on Red Dog, but they're kind of, they're dead, the Ints.
Corruption on Sing.
Ooh. Okay, that helps. Frenzy.
Yeah. No kill here. Nox still has his Vortex up. And
Yeah,
Sophie, I think, is feeling nervous about sieging.
Yeah, and Ghost has full DMAT, by the way, which is the one advantage that Raven does offer. If he has energy and he stays back.
Siege is up.
Siege. Yeah, Siege is up. Right in the middle.
And
Vortex coming in. Yep.
Well, he chose not to, he just focused the Ents on him. One annoyance with the Ents is that when they get killed, you know, if you're far away, they can't get back in the fight just instantly.
Right.
Red Dog still only has shield regen and feedback, so he doesn't have cloak or any hard mechanism to break off the interceptors.
Not a whole lot, no.
Split means Minsuk is alone trying to deal with these. Well, he has Delta there.
Yeah, with the acid helping out. Yep, and the tents.
But even then, he's still burning.
He's having a hard time, yeah. Those ints are getting pretty strong.
Yeah, I mean, this is really still at a point where it can go either way, because it's getting harder and harder for the dreads to siege.
Yes.
But it's also getting to the point where Delta is getting
Massive.
more and more potential to
Yeah.
dive and kill someone. Delta's trying to get in on someone now. Frenzy's in.
Frenzy's unlucky. He might be in trouble.
Intercept
I don't...
on the
Oh,
carrier.
on
Of
the
course on
carrier.
Max.
Yes, and
Tex.
yep, Tex. And will they take advantage of that or something? Nope. Pretty much a defensive
Yeah, they
Tex.
have to cover Lucky here. Answer on Minsoki.
On Minsoki?
He's burning.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Nox is only barely ahead of Delta 9 at this point in terms of
Right.
score, and everyone else on his team is
Lagging.
down at
Really?
least 100 each.
Yes.
Yeah, it's getting harder and harder, I think, for them to deal with Delta as well.
Yes.
I almost think Nox would need warp cooldown, and just warp to the other side of the map, wherever Delta was not.
Yeah, that would be wise indeed. Leveraging the warp technology to change size. Frenzy again on the DC laptop.
Yeah,
Panda.
laptop is the target this time.
But we got a nice DMAT there.
Corruption on Lucky Devil. Just kind of bouncing between whoever is available. Answer on Red Dog.
Yeah.
Looks like they're going down though.
Yes.
Singularity is a little bit over committed here.
I think he is, yes.
Corruption, 5,000.
DMAT is coming.
Makes it out okay. Oh, Crackshot's invulnerability is up to ignore interceptors. AcesHi has expanded the score lead to 600 at this point. It's a slow creep up, but it really starts to make a difference as the game goes on. It really is Nox as the only kill mech. At this point, everyone has between 9 or 8 and 10 lasers. Damage is focused on laptop.
I think the farm difference is starting to, make a dent in this game.
Now, they haven't spent their minerals recently.
Yeah.
Well, except for Delta, who always is, of course, being a Leviathan.
Constant mutation.
The Hot Pot is getting really low here. And Ints, you know, keep going for the Arbiter, but it's just enough AoE. And it really doesn't take very much shield damage even.
No, but that does keep Delta 9 occupied, right? And making sure that he's with the Arbiter. Yeah, unless they do something different, I think it's GG.
Yeah,
Oh, Ints, yeah.
yeah, no, the Ints are on. They got some pulling.
Woof. Yes, they did.
But I think Nox would have to text someone again, which is dangerous because he doesn't want to not have text up if the Leviathan gets on him.
Exactly. So AcesHi helping. They haven't upped in a long time.
After coming out with 550 energy.
Okay, Red Dog finally getting more spells, getting Phantoms and Cloaking Field.
Yeah, Cloak will make it a lot easier to hold a siege if they try to go that route again. Delta getting corruption damage on Singularity.
He's going for the Laptop Panda maybe. Yep,
4,000
Laptop.
on Sing. Another corruption. Wow. Sing isn't worried.
Yep.
They'll take it
Imbo.
all. Yep.
Right, oh,
Here's,
now
here's the siege.
siege. Going for the tower, and I think he will get it.
Ints are doing a little bit more damage to Red Dog this time.
Ooh, he backed out. Okay. Again, the Ints on. Who are they now? Minsoki. Lucky Devil with flanking. Oh, the Arbiter. Is there a copy? Yeah, that's. I know. It's a real one.
Where are the Ints? Oh, they're just flying around mid.
Well, Red Dog going back to base with 900 HP.
And Lucky Devil is far away from support and taking corruption damage. That few will make it out okay. Singularity flanking in.
Wow, look at those level 20 gats on Minsoki.
And,
Love the special,
the
love the
Arbiter
special
is
effects.
in base, so there's no support for the Colossus at the moment. Brief window of opportunity. So now that AcesHi has spent their resources from the last push, the score differential is getting very extreme.
Yes. Will the level 36 Ints make a difference? Let's see.
I mean, they're why they're still in the game.
On Crackshot now, he's pulling them back.
Level 18 tentacles. 525 energy for the acid sprays. Lance is doing... well, it does not actually advance against light units, which is what it's mainly being used for right now. Oh, siege is up again.
Again, going for the tower.
For
Haven't seen a nuke though, by the way, to counter the siege, but
yeah, Laptop only now can afford it, and he picks it up. I think we're... but the tower has already gone down.
yeah.
Doesn't look like the Ints are alive right now. Sing is taking a lot of damage.
Yes.
3,500. 2,500. And Sing is in the text.
He teched Sing. I'm not sure that was
Why is Abra... Is
Let's
that
see
a
what happens.
hallucination?
Yes, it is.
What? No, it wasn't.
What? What? Okay, I'm confused.
I don't understand what just happened. Why did Abra just fly into the mother... Because there's no PP or anything.
No
You'd
PP, nothing on the text, nothing.
That's
That is
mystifying.
Yes, yes it is.
My guess is that Abra thought he was in the vortex and that was a phantom.
Oh.
Maybe that's what he was thinking. That was a phantom of his ship.
Well, I thought
I
it
would...
was a phantom.
Yeah, I mean, something went terribly wrong. I mean, it
And
didn't look to
now
me
the-
like a phantom.
the arm- yeah.
Interception on laptop. Oh.
Where's the Raven?
Yeah, I couldn't...
Oh, that was the Raven.
The Raven was taking damage. Nuke is on Delta. Delta's 5,000. Laptop goes down. Wow.
So even though Abra died, I don't think it makes a whole lot of difference.
And Delta intercepts a way to dodge the nuke.
It's 3 versus 4 with no support. Yikes.
Yeah, I can't imagine that Abra meant to do that,
No PP, nothing, yeah.
even though it seems to have ultimately worked out for his team. Strange game. Tex.
Text coming in, yep.
Lucky Devil.
Lucky Devil
vulnerability.
imboing for the...
And ints
yeah,
are
for
on
the
Red
car.
Dog. Delta's
They
gonna
might-
have to...
Come on, Delta.
Intercept
Come on, Delta.
forward.
Come on, Delta.
Oh,
He'll be
ints
okay.
are getting cleaned up. And Soki, I guess, is now the target. Ints die again. Delta intercepts on Nox.
On Nox,
Nox does not
and
have
Nox,
Vortex.
Nox gonna be
no
dead,
support.
most likely.
When Nox dies, this game is over. So this, yeah. Soki sieges up to finish off Lucky Devil. And that is going to be the end of Game 3 of DPA versus AcesHi. It is now Aces 2, DPA 1. Thanks for watching. The stream will pause briefly during the break between lobbies, but we will see you soon.